Hey, this is Kelsey from RZG Motorsports. I just wanted to give a quick tutorial on how to use the ARC features for the Uprev software. So once you've got your tune or your e-tune, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and crank up the car. So depending on what kind of tune you have, if you've got just a standard 93 tune with our optional Heatwave map, how you're going to switch maps back and forth between is going to be with the cruise control buttons. This is a 370. This also works on 350, G35, G37, Q60, anything equipped with the factory cruise control buttons. So what you're going to want to do is to switch maps, you're going to hold the toggle down and use the cancel button to switch between the maps. So if you want to go, say, to map 1, you're going to hold the toggle down, hit the cancel 1 time. When you let go of the buttons, your cruise light is going to flash. However many times the cruise light flashes is how many times, which map it's in. So if the cruise light flashes 1 time, then that means you're in map 1. If it flashes twice, that means you're in map 2. If you don't get any flashes, that means that you didn't do this procedure properly. So just make sure you do it correct and you'll get the correct flashes. So if you wanted to switch to your map 2, say that's your Heatwave map, you're going to want to hold the toggle down, hit the cancel 2 times. When you let go of the buttons, see we get 2 flashes. That means it's taking it into map 2. So that means everything's correct. Now, if you have an E85 map, that may be map 3, map 4. They can hold up to 5. So depending on what kind of tune you have, will dictate how many maps you have. So if you want to use your ARC features, they are controlled by your oil temperature. So you just want to make sure that the car is at operating temperature. So now that the car is at operating temperature, we've got good oil temps, we're going to try the 2-step. So what you're going to want to do is push the clutch in, put it in first. You're going to get ready to launch the car. You're going to mat the gas to the floor. If you just kind of roll into it and don't punch it all the way to the floor, it's not going to activate. So you really just want to press that pedal as aggressive as you can and hold it to the floor. So that's your 2-step. If you want to adjust the RPM limit, you're going to activate the 2-step and you're going to use the same cruise control buttons and you're going to use the toggle to toggle up and toggle down. So up is a higher RPM, down is a lower RPM. So you're going to activate it. Pump up. Pretty simple. If it doesn't activate, like I said, you're just not hitting that gas pedal super aggressive to the floor. So just try again and really just stomp it to the floor, and always make sure that you have it in first gear like you're going to launch the car. For the burnout mod, you don't have to push any buttons. The only thing you do have to do is, if you have factory traction control, just make sure that you turn it off. If you don't have factory traction control, then you shouldn't have to worry about pushing any buttons. You literally just stage the car up, do a burnout. For the rolling launch control or rolling 2-step, what you're going to want to do is you're going to be driving, so you're going to want to get up to speed. I believe it only works over about 20 miles per hour, so make sure you get up to speed. Once you're at the speed you want to go, make sure you put it in whatever gear that you want to do your launch. When you're ready to launch the car, you're going to hold the cancel button down, and then you're going to hold the gas to the floor just like the 2-step. So hold it down, punch it. Probably should have been going a little bit faster, but you get the idea. The last feature that's included with the ARC license is going to be the flat foot shifting. Not everybody's going to want to have the flat foot shifting. A lot of you drift guys opt to not have it, but if you do choose to have the flat foot shifting, what you're going to want to do is when you're going wide open throttle, you're getting ready to shift. Anytime you press the clutch and the gas at the same time, it's going to activate that flat foot no lift shift, so that you don't have to come off the gas when you're shifting the car. So like I said, a lot of the drift guys opt not to have that for clutch kick and stuff like that. So if you do think that that's something that's going to hinder the performance of your car, just please let us know so that we can turn that feature off. For the Heatwave map, if you want to turn that on, like I said before, you're going to hold the toggle down, cancel button 2 times for this car. Again, it just depends on how many tunes you have and what settings you ask for when you get your tune. But once it's in the Heatwave map, you're going to want to rev it. Usually I suggest over about 5,000 RPM to get the desired effect. So you're just going to rev it up, and then you're just going to kind of want to pat the gas almost with your foot. So you're going to want to rev it up. And that's your Heatwave map at a stationary standstill. If you want to use the Heatwave map while you're rolling or doing a pull, it's fine to do pulls in the Heatwave map. You're going to do a pull, I would say, over about 5,000 RPM. You're going to let off the gas, let it start decelerating slightly, and then you're just going to want to rest your foot on the gas pedal, maybe about like 2% throttle, just a little extra gas, and that's really going to give you the loudest pops and bangs. I think that about sums it up as far as the ARC features go. Like I said, we went over the two-step, the rolling anti-lag or rolling two-step, the flat foot shifting, and the burnout mod, as well as our own proprietary Heatwave map. We also have a flame cannon map. I don't have that option on this car, but if you do opt for our flame cannon map, I'm sure you've seen it on Instagram. We usually put that at either map 3 or, again, whatever map, depending on how many maps you get. But to activate that, usually we suggest in neutral. And then you're literally just going to hold the gas pedal to the floor. It's got a lowered rev limit to rev to about, I think, 55 or 5,000, and then you literally just hold the pedal to the floor and it's going to shoot all the flames you could ever want. So again, this car's not equipped with it, so I can't really show you that, but pretty self-explanatory. If you're not getting a ton of flames after your first revision on that map, please let us know and we can adjust it further.